Hi guys, so I have decided to test a new foundation, so I'm bringing this video with a wear test of this foundation. It's NYX Proffesional Bom To Glow foundation. I'm really excited to try it. It's apparently really dewy and that is my absolute favourite. You know, foundation is so important. It is the base of your makeup, so it's important to find one which is best suited for your skin type. So I wanted to try something new. Is it going to be my favourite foundation? I don't know. So I've got a bare face that side and I do have it applied on that side. If you'd like to watch the full application on my makeup video, then it will be in the comments because I did apply it on live. So if you'd like to see how this foundation applies with a sponge and a brush, take a look at my live in the comment section to see how it is applied. But for now, keep on watching if you want to see if this is becoming my favourite foundation and how it wears throughout the day. Fingers crossed! Okay guys, so makeup's all done, foundation's on, I've got powder on, just like all my other foundation reviews to make it fair. I've got a bit of pore primer on like the cheek area as well, and we've got some dewy setting spray on. So if this foundation does not hold up with all these elements in place, then I will be really disappointed. We did kind of get rid of the glowiness, but it seems to have returned with that glowy setting spray. So this is the look in natural lighting, and I have to say I do quite like the foundation now that we finished the makeup and everything. It's looking really nice, but I'm going to check in every few hours to see if it holds up. I'll try and do it every 3 hours, and I'll list all the claims at the end of this video to see if it lived up to the expectations. So this is it in natural lighting. It's in the shade Light Porcelain, and then when I put that on, that's just my professional lighting. Turn it up a little bit, and that's how we're looking, guys. So I will see you in a few hours and we'll see how this is held up. Okay, so I've just come out the front from being upstairs, and I do feel like the foundation is a bit cakey around the cheek area. I don't know if you guys can see, and in between the forehead. So that is a little bit disappointing, but I remembered when I was doing my live that I actually did have a problem with skincare this week, and I did kind of I don't know if I burnt myself or what, but I made this area quite dry, and yeah, it wasn't good. So now I don't know if it's the foundation causing the issue or my skincare. So I will do this review and carry on as planned, but guys, bear in mind I did have a skincare mishap as well, so it could be due to that, and I will continue to test this foundation in general anyway, and I can keep you guys updated as to whether it's genuine or if it's because of the skincare issue I had. But over here it's just looking a bit cakey, quite a lot actually, more than I would like. I don't know if that's from trying to build up the coverage from medium to full, or if it's with the powder added on, or if it's my skincare. I don't know, but it is a bit more cakier than I would like, and around the side of the nose is quite cakey too. So it is going to be a case of me playing with this foundation a bit more and doing it, keeping it as the medium coverage and maybe without powders to see how it holds up. But this is what it looks like just from going out into natural lighting. So it's 1:15, so I'll check in again in a few hours and see if it gets worse, if it separates, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it is 10:05, so it's been a few hours since my last check-in, and to be honest, it looks pretty much the same as when we left off earlier. I have been wearing my glasses, so there's indent marks here from my glasses because I didn't really powder in that area, but to be honest, it looks the same as earlier. I've still got a bit of cakiness around here, but it's like not really visible, I don't think, like from here. If someone was looking at me like really close, then maybe you'd be able to see, but from here I think it looks okay. I do like it. Besides this little bit of cakiness, it's okay, but I do feel like other foundations I've tried are better suited for me. But I do like this foundation so far, but I'm not like blown away by it. But the fact it hasn't changed much in those hours is definitely a good thing, because I do like foundations that will last a long time and not change so much throughout the hours. So yeah, we're looking the same for this many hours in. So yeah, so far so good. It's okay. I'm not in love, but it's okay for like a backup maybe in like my makeup collection of when I'm running into town quick and I just need to put something on. But you may have better results depending on your skin type. I'm dry sometimes oily, so I'm combination skin, and you know, it's going to be different on everybody. So far it's okay, I can get on with it, but there's just a few little issues, that cakiness being one of them. But I do feel like the cakiness is kind of settled in a bit more as well, so I don't know if maybe because it's been a few hours it's kind of started to settle, and it's not so bad. But yeah, it's okay. What do you guys think so far? I'll check back in a few more hours, see how it goes, see if I go oily at all. But yeah, it's not as glowy as I'd like, but again, I did put powder on it, so that could be my fault. But for now, it's okay. It's lasting well so far. It's just that little bit of cakiness, but like I said, it has improved since the first proper check-in, so that's good that it's settled a little bit. So I had to just come upstairs and have a look in the mirror, and I have to say, now it looks glowy again. So I don't know if like under, you know, these types of lights, you know, my lights here, just my normal everyday lights in the bedroom, I look glowy, and then as soon as I go outside it doesn't look as glowy in natural lighting. So this foundation is really confusing me because I haven't really had something like this before, but I feel like I'm a bit glowy again now. Obviously we've got my highlighter there, but just in general, like now I'm here, my foundation doesn't look as bad. So obviously natural lighting is going to be the real, you know, the real truth of how it looks. But I'm just saying, while I'm inside I look a bit more glowy, and it does look a little bit better than when I'm standing outside the front door. Obviously we want a foundation that looks good in natural lighting and inside, but I just wanted to make a point that it doesn't look as bad when I'm inside. It looks fine and I do look glowy, but obviously if I am out and about I want people to see like the real thing, and it being good. So yeah, this foundation is really confusing me, but I just wanted to come in and see the difference. Yeah, beyond confused. Okay guys, so it is 8 o'clock in the evening, so our foundation has been on for about 8 hours, and I would say 8 hours is a pretty standard kind of day-to-day wear of a foundation. And what I've noticed so far throughout the day is that I feel like my skin has got glowier as the day has gone on. It is so strange because when I first applied it and went outside it seemed quite cakey, but then I don't know, it's like it kind of calmed down, it maybe dried, settled, did its thing, and it became a bit more glowy and the cakiness wasn't as heavy. So yeah, we're 8 hours in and the coverage is still really good. I would say it's a medium, maybe full, depending on what your preference is as to what you feel is a full coverage foundation. I'm saying maybe high medium, and I'm really impressed with how long it stayed on. It stayed on for 8 hours and it hasn't really changed much in the coverage sense, but as I said, I've noticed throughout the day I feel like it's changing throughout the day as to the glowiness. So it is kind of hard to show you because it is dark outside now because of the time of year, so I'm literally just sitting here in front of my computer, and hopefully you can see that it is still a beautiful glow. And I've noticed my forehead has a bit of a glow now, and it is not oily at all. I thought, oh, maybe I've gone oily, but when checking, it's definitely not oil there. The only thing I have noticed is that it has kind of started to break up a little bit or gone a little bit cakey around here. But other than that, I think the foundation has lasted pretty well, and it's made me feel really confused and a little bit conflicted, if I'm honest, on how I feel about this foundation. So I think I need to try it just a little bit more. So if I just read you the product claims so you can see if it's suited for you. So let's see, the amount of shades available is 45, which I think is really incredible for a foundation. It says our formula delivers buildable medium coverage and it's a naturally radiant finish that lasts. So when I first applied it, I didn't really feel as though the glow was that great. There was a little bit of a glow, but I was expecting something more. I don't know if that's just because I'm used to the CYO foundation, which is extremely glowy, so maybe I'm just comparing too much to that, or should it have been a bit more glowy? Now, I've been watching other reviews as well to see, and it's so different on other people. I feel like they're getting a better result than I am. I feel like it's a lot more glowy. So again, is this because of my skincare mishap the other day? I really don't know. I do have a bit of dryness around here as a result, so maybe it might not be great for you if you have dry skin. So I'm just so confused and so conflicted by this foundation, and this review may not be helpful to you at all, because I definitely feel as though I need to keep playing with it and decide on what I really think about it, because right now there's like so many good points but so many negatives at the same time. So the product claims that it blends like a dream and even works with your skin to help create a smooth, even tone look, whereas I don't feel as though that's what I received when I first popped it on. I didn't feel it was smooth, and I didn't feel as though it was even toned. Again, is that my fault though? I don't know. And it just says, you know, about the luminosity, and you can add other things. They've got a luminosity primer and things like that as well. So yeah, it's a really difficult one. So on the Boots website, it says it gives medium buildable coverage that evens out skin tone, the same as the other website I was just reading, and reduces the appearance of pores while also giving you an applied glow for 12 hours straight. So this foundation, I'm guessing, is supposed to last for 12 hours, or the glow is supposed to just last for 12 hours. And it says whether on cam or in real life, colour stays true all day and skin looks healthy and glowy with zero flashback, zero cakiness and zero excess shine. I feel like I did have a bit of cakiness this morning, and it's still a little bit cakey, but it's not as bad as this morning. So I don't know whether those claims are correct or not, because I feel like my skin has changed throughout the day. So this is a really confusing one. So far, would I buy it again? I don't know. I don't think I would, just because I have other foundations which I feel are a lot more simple. It's not complicated. I know whether or not I like them, and so I just think I would rather just stick with those rather than, you know, go out of my way to purchase this foundation again. But if you haven't got those foundations, will this appeal to some people? Maybe, but it's hard for me to say due to my skincare issue recently as to whether I've messed this completely up with my skin being a little dry here. So what I can say is that it does feel very lightweight, which people will like, and some people will really like the fact that it's a bit more natural. Some of my natural redness was showing through when I first applied it, and some people like that. They don't like the fact it looks like you've got foundation on. You just want that subtle look of foundation. So if that's you, you may really like this. I don't know if it's going to work for you if you're dry, but I feel like it should, because it's supposed to be a dewy foundation. But is it supposed to be a dewy foundation, or is it supposed to just be glowy? Because they're two different things. So I do feel like I need to play with this foundation a little bit more, but I can't say hand on heart that I would recommend it based on my own experience right now. It is like £10.99 or £10, and that's the same as the L'Oreal True Match Perfection Infallible foundation. So I would just spend my money on that one, but that one is very full coverage, so that won't appeal to everybody. So if you're into more of a medium natural tone, then yeah, I probably would say give this one a try and see if it suits your skin type over the other one. But for me personally, and for anyone else who was maybe more full coverage, then I would say just stick to the L'Oreal and don't worry about this one. So yeah, it's a really confusing foundation for me today, but I think I'm just going to keep trying with it, keep experimenting, see what works, do it without powder as well, and you know, just keep trying it and see if my skincare issue clears up and see if that had anything to do with it. So I'm kind of on the fence. I think for me, I wouldn't buy it again, but if you want medium coverage, natural, then it might be for you. Don't know if it would work with dry skin though, due to my issues. So yeah, it's worth a go. Like, the coverage is 8 hours and it stayed put, and that is absolutely great. My only concern is the possible cakiness around here if you are dry. If you're not dry, you may be okay, but of course I can't say for certain because I can only go based on my own experience and my personal skin type and my issues at the moment. So if you have any questions, just drop them down below. Please let me know your thoughts on this foundation as well, because I'm really interested. I don't know if I'm going to wear it much longer. I am at the 8-hour mark. I can maybe do it for another 2 hours till about 10 o'clock to see if it changes much. So I'll see how I go now. Fingers crossed I can keep it on a bit longer. It doesn't feel heavy or uncomfortable or anything like that, but I just don't know if I have much more to say about this foundation. But I'll see if I can keep it on for another 2 hours, but if not, just take my review as it is right now and you can kind of make your decision on what you think. But I'm really interested to know your comments, so please let me know what you're thinking down below. Okay, so it's 9:30 in the evening, so I was going to try and keep it on till 10, but I've just got to get this off my face now because it's really getting on my nerves. So it started to feel a little heavier now and a bit more uncomfortable, but I think that's normal for about the 10 o'clock mark. It started to get a bit dry on my little spot area here, and it started to remove from that area by my lip. If I flash this light, as you can see, I've got spots here and they are starting to shine through a little bit now. So for 10 hours, I think that's pretty impressive. The coverage has been really good, as in staying power. I think it's really impressive. Overall, besides the cakiness, this foundation is actually really good. I'm just not sure about the cakiness at the moment, whether or not that's due to me and maybe some dry patches there, or if it's the foundation. But overall, the coverage has been really good. So yeah, form your own opinions on what you think, but just remember to comment down below so I can see. I'm going to insert some photos so you can see what it looks like with the flash on and without the flash. Overall, as I said, I'm not really entirely blown away by this foundation, but I am very pleased about the lasting power of it so far. So hopefully you guys liked this, and if you want to see any more foundation wear tests and stuff, let me know in the comments. And if there's something in particular that you would like me to try, please let me know and I'll see what I can do. But bear in mind, I just want to focus on like really affordable foundation, so nothing too expensive. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what your thoughts are on this foundation. But yeah, 10 hours guys, not too bad. Hi guys, so I just kind of wanted to conclude the video because there was a lot of information, there's a lot of things that changed throughout the video. This foundation is very confusing to me. I did try it again this morning and I still had the same result with the cakiness. So my suspicion is that maybe it just doesn't go well on dry skin, because I do have dryness here from my little mishap on the skincare. I don't think my skincare mishap did anything other than make my skin a bit dry. So if you've got dry skin, I wouldn't recommend it to you personally. The coverage was great for the medium tone. It was lovely and natural, so if that's what you're looking for, then I think you would like it. Just bear in mind, if you do have dry skin, I don't think it will work for you. So the foundation ended up lasting for 10 hours, which I think is really good. At the 10-hour mark, it did start to come off here. I have got quite a few spots at the moment due to stress. So at the end of the day, from 10 hours, it did start to erase from here. So if you prefer the full coverage foundation, I would just say stick to the L'Oreal. If you're looking for a medium kind of coverage, a bit more natural, then it may be good for you, depending on whether or not you like to wear your foundation over 10 hours. But don't wear it if you've got dry skin, because otherwise I think it will just go cakey like it did with me. So overall, I think the foundation for me is okay. I will keep playing with it. I'll keep trying it, and I'll probably keep it in my makeup collection and just use it when I'm out and about really quick, but it's not going to become my, you know, go-to foundation. It doesn't work well with my skin type right now, but you know, my skin type changes all the time, so I'm going to try it again when I'm not so dry and see if I have different results. But for now, this foundation's okay. I was a bit disappointed. The reviews on Boots online on YouTube are absolutely amazing, but I feel like I've had a different experience to everyone else. So I don't know if it's me, or it just doesn't suit my skin, or you know, it's the foundation itself. But if you watch other reviews and read other reviews, they are really good, which is why I picked it up in the first place. So I am really disappointed that this foundation was not the one for me. I prefer the Dewy Foundation CYO over this one if I had to choose, but CYO is leaving us, so I was hoping that would be like a replacement. But no, for me it was very disappointing. So yeah, not much else to say. So hopefully you guys would like it, even though I didn't, if you haven't got dry skin. So don't let my review put you off, because everyone's got different skin types. So I would say, as I said, don't bother if you've got dry skin, but if you've got normal skin, maybe you can give it a try and you'll have different results than me. But for me, this is not for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.